How is USC different than it was 5 years ago when you took over?
I think we are more confident. I believe that 5 years ago there was a questioning maybe about how we would make it through the turbulent financial times. I don't think there's anybody in our constituency now who's wondering whether we're going to make it. At that time people were worried about furloughs, about keeping their jobs, about whether students would be able to afford coming to college. And right now I think we're more concerned and perhaps obsessed about excellence and the progress we're making. So I think that's a main characteristic. Beyond that, of course, I think there is even more momentum. I think there's a great sense of pride about how the campus looks, about the rankings we've had, about the athletic success. So I think it's a time where we're more confident and more optimistic even about the future.
What would you rate as the biggest academic accomplishment of your first 5 years?
Well, it would be easy to think about the ranking of the Honors College, but I won't go there. I'd rather talk about our leadership initiative, and that is one that we believe can help advance the educational opportunity of students by somewhere between offering and requiring a leadership experience during college, where they can tell a prospective employer, a graduate school or law school if they're applying, a medical school, that not only did I do well in school, or here's my academic transcript, but here's my portfolio that demonstrates how I tried to become a better leader through community service, through research experience, through many other things. I'm very proud of the leadership initiative, and I think over time the USC education will be known for leadership.
When I've talked to people, they talk about the amount of development that has happened on campus, new buildings, refurbished buildings. How is that? What does all that development mean for USC's stature for its future?
Well, I'll talk about the practical side first. I don't think we really have done anything with frivolity. I don't think there's anything we did to make us feel good about how it looked. We've taken space that was probably tired and overworked and made it into functional and practical space. Now let me quickly add, though, that this Board of Trustees and this administration cares deeply about how we look and feel as well. I believe that the interest in students and in visitors and even in faculty and staff has a lot to do with our appearance. So we'd rather wait a little longer if we can't do it the right way, what I consider to be the right way, and then get it right. I'd even point to the Spigner House renovation as one where, by the way, we use private dollars, and that Sodexo uses the top floors, their headquarters now. They paid for the entire renovation, but that is a beautiful building. So now a student, for example, could get married at Rutledge Chapel and have their reception on campus. There really wasn't anywhere for them to have their wedding reception or some other event, and now they can rent the space, and Sodexo makes some of their money back. But that's a beautiful but small project that deserves highlighting, I think.
What role does athletics play in the overall success at USC, especially considering the amount of success you've had in football and baseball?
It's a catalyst. It's a synergistic one. I have to mind that it doesn't become the tail that wags the dog. It won't under me. It won't become more important than the university itself. Ray and I talk about that all the time. But having said that, it is a lubricant that has benefited and advantaged student applications, the capital campaign, the momentum I described, and the culture of being a winning, if you will, or a successful university. Not about winning all the time, but about feeling that you could win anytime and that you're a successful university.